would you believe it, an animal, and that animal being a monkey. I was afraid, trying to compose myself, trying to hold myself, and I thought I was going to be jumping up, making sounds like an ape and running around the room. And I thought, no, this can't be. It just can't be. You know, I'm in this beautiful home. What is a blinking ape monkey doing here? And he was an awesome-looking thing. It's funny, he's shown himself earlier by the side of a vet. And later, it was amazing what I saw, because basically he had a collar on later, but when I first saw him, he didn't. So I don't know what was behind that. Most strange even to me.
We had a lot of unusual occurrences happen here, certainly a lot of absorbing things happening around us, which we couldn't explain at the time.
Carl and Rick must have gone to an area where they were feeling these sensations before the rest of the crew.
I just can't be near it, and it's whenever I go further down, but it comes to me and then it'll go, and that's why I said I'll go down there, and it just happened again.
That's what I was holding. I was actually holding onto the wall there because it was just like this. It was
just like something. It's just like something's gripped you.
It is known that spiritual activity, whether it be negative or positive, the people to go into that atmosphere first will catch the brunt of that. Plus, well, I've found since coming on the investigation, Carl and Rick are very sensitive. So, you know, it stands to reason to me. It's gonna, I don't like using the word wallop them, but can take you unawares, and this is why the feelings were coming to them, I feel.
Well, the most interesting thing to me that happened last night was the cradle moving, apparently of its own accord, because the architecture of the house is such that if it had been a human being and touched it or moved it, we would have heard them walk away, the floorboards make an awful lot of noise. And Andrea, who lives in Athelhampton Hall, was completely convinced by this, and I think her testimony and the look on her face as she watched it sort of convinced me almost that she was witnessing something unusual, and we couldn't explain how it started to rock, and three of us heard the noise. So that was interesting.
Well, it's often said, you know, that the orbs are virtually the first stage, or one of the first stages of build-up of spirit people just before the ectoplasmic stage. And often said the more orbs that come together, the more it can formulate and build the outline of that spirit entity.
It's not necessarily paranormal. We link it to ghosts because it is only caught at the moment in places where ghosts have been seen, but we don't know what it is. The orbs that we caught last night, however, were not normal, if there is such a thing as a normal orb, and they were moving very much like sort of electric lights moving across the screen and flashing, which I haven't seen before, and we have seen orbs in many places, but not like that.
To see and experience different, to the physical eye as well, different types of orbs, such as, you know, flashing lights and what have you, it is very, very, very good as far as I'm concerned. And, you know, put it down to this, they've tried very hard in their own way to show us, you know, hey, we are around. And that's quite exciting to me.
24 hours complete at Athelhampton Hall, and there were some very strange occurrences last night that I don't think any of us will forget in a hurry. We shall see you on Most Haunted at the next location. Until then, sleep tight.
This house. I just don't want them sort of disturbed in any sense.
I promise you. Yeah, I do.
It's our home. We have Liverpool and everything. Yeah. I just don't want.
Well, my sensitivity is not to disturb, okay?
No, okay.
From the bottom of my heart, I promise, okay?
Thank you.
Feel right. It's making me feel right.
I can't do that.